Greetings and salutations. It is currently Sunday evening. I wanted to start a week vlog. I'm thinking it'll be the time frame, just like bits of my week, because I have quite a few things going on this week, so I will be relatively busy, you could say. My book situation this summer was really ambitious, and then I was in a reading slump last month, and I think I read 2 books, and one of them was Harry Potter. And so I was just really struggling, and then I had the great idea to have my boyfriend pick books for me. I picked 8 books, and then I let him pick a book based on the cover, but some of them he did ask for the synopsis of. So it was really fun, and the first one he picked was Anxious People, and I didn't do a reading vlog for it because I've been kind of in a funk, but I wanted to chat about his second pick, which was My Grandma Asked Me to Tell You That She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman as well. I didn't read the synopsis of it just because his books I know are character driven books, and I really like his writing, and I'm only around 10 pages in so far, so I don't really know much of what's going on except the fact that the grandma is naughty. She loves getting into things that she's not supposed to. Read a little bit tonight. This week my mom is coming down because I have a dentist appointment and I refuse to go by myself, and then she needs to get a new phone. We wanted to go to Barnes & Noble as a reward for me going to the dentist, so love that for me. I would like to petition the fact that adult dentists don't have those little trinket machines like they used to when we were kids, because that would make the experience way more enjoyable. I have severe dental anxiety and I need to get my wisdom teeth out soon, and it's just been weighing on me, but I gotta do it, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make my mom do it with me. So I'm gonna do that this week and then just spend some time together. She's actually writing a book right now, so I've been helping her with edits, and I need to make a character spreadsheet kind of, so character traits, plot points, and things like that don't get lost. We're all, me, my mom, my sister, we're all very keen on noticing plot holes, so it'd be kind of ironic if a book my mom wrote had a major plot hole that we missed. I'm trying to stay on top of it. It's basically a cottagecore / murder mystery. Just helping her do the revisions is so much fun. She's doing it partially for her master's program. It's a part of her project, but it's been so much fun. That's pretty much all I have planned. I know we want to do a movie night. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and maybe we'll get into some fun things. I don't know yet. I know I slack on the videos. I just go through ebbs and flows. I'm not an overly chatty person. I'm totally fine in solitude. So it can be kind of hard sometimes to talk to a camera or find words. And I have a very similar routine for the most part, besides the things I do for work. So this is me picking it back up because I know it's been a month and a half. But we back, baby. I've been spending some time with my mom since yesterday, and we went to some stores downtown. She needed to get a new phone, so I didn't really film anything, I don't think. And then this morning I had my dentist appointment and we went to Barnes & Noble, and so I have a little book haul, which I'm really excited about. I got Cold Comfort Farms by Stella Gibson's, and the cover just seemed kind of funny, a little silly. And the back seemed silly too. It seemed like a cottagecore classic, and so I think it'd be fun. Seems like a vibe, and maybe it could inspire us with my mom's book that she's writing, because she's writing a book about a B&B, not a farm, but this book seems silly in that sense and kind of witty, which writing wit and humor can be a lot more difficult than you think it is. I'm excited about this. It seemed like a good time. It's about a girl and her family dies and no inheritance basically follows her. Very excited about that. Then, drum roll please, I got I got Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I have been working my way through all of the books I have by Frederick Bachman. I've read these two. I'm currently reading My Grandma Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry. I think that's the title name, something along that line. I'm enjoying it. I know it's gonna make me really sad, but the grandma is so deranged and I love it, okay? Like, the grandma has no rules. But Beartown, this small town, and like them going about their lives, and I think it has to do with like hockey from what I've heard, and how they navigate the stressors that hockey can bring on their community, because I'm assuming they take it pretty seriously. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've heard such great things. I know this is a series, so I'm gonna keep an eye out on the other books too. And then I got Magic Hour by Kristen Hanna, because this one seemed so good, okay? I was looking at the other Kristen Hannas, and I didn't really have a crazy selection at Barnes & Noble today, which I thought was kind of odd. And then by the front door, the corner, they had a whole table set up, and I was like, how dare you hide Miss Hannah from me? So glad I found that table with my mom. And the synopsis for this one is, in the rugged Pacific Northwest lies the Olympic National Forest, nearly 1 million acres of impenetrable darkness and impossible beauty. From deep within this old-growth forest, a 6-year-old girl appears. Speechless and alone, she offers no clue as to her identity, no hint of her past. Having retreated to her Western Washington home after a scandal left her career in ruins, child psychiatrist Dr. Julia Cates is determined to free the extraordinary little girl she calls Alice from a prison of unimaginable fear and isolation. To reach her, Julia must discover the truth about Alice's past, although doing so requires help from Julia's estranged sister, a local police officer. Taking facts of Alice's life tests the limits of Julia's faith and strength, even as she struggles to make a home for Alice and for herself. Mystery? Sounds fantastic. I've read a lot of Kristen Hanna books. Like, right now, the only ones I haven't read are The Things We Do for Love, and then I also still haven't read Winter Garden either. And then I've read a lot. I think I've read like 7 or 8 books by her so far, but this one seemed so good. And you want to know something? Floppy. So floppy. I was baffled. Oh, and I just acquired Summer Island, so I got some Kristen Hannas I gotta actually work through. I got 3 books by her that I haven't read. 4 now. I'm so excited. I love Kristen Hanna's writing. I have so many books on my TBR that it's like actually kind of overwhelming. But I think I'll honestly be good for like the rest of the year. I don't think I should like buy any books. I'm so tired. I slept awful last night because I was nervous about the dentist, and then the dentist was terrible. So did not love that. And I just have to go to another dentist now, but it's fine. I think I'm just gonna wait for my mom to get home because she wanted to go clothes shopping, and I have like a little headache, so I wanted to come home early. And I'm probably just gonna help her plot out some stuff for her book and maybe watch a movie in the movie room tonight. And if I'm lucky, I'll read some of my book, and I want to do some Bible study action because last night I did not. I did this morning, but not tonight, or like last night, so I want to make sure I try to get it in tonight. So I'm making moves, you feel me? Made it back from my walk. I walked for like an hour, like 50 minutes to an hour, until I literally couldn't see straight. So if I'm red in the face, I feel like I'm a little red. That is why I walked, and it's like 90 degrees out and it's so humid. The consolation was that there were some clouds, so I didn't get completely nuked. Like, I wouldn't have been able to walk that long if there was full sun, because I would have been cooked. I stopped at my library, and I didn't need to because I went to to my public library the other day with my mom. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna walk on in there and see what they got. And so I looked at some books. I didn't really like need any books. I have plenty of books. that need to be read on my shelves. I just like to look at them. And then they have this donation section where people can donate books, and paperback's $1 and a hardcover's $2. And they got some heat in there sometimes, let me tell you. Like, I find the coolest books in there, and really good quality too for the most part. I've gotten so many books from in there, it's insane. But today I wasn't anticipating buying any, but I got Beach Read by Emily Henry, like literally brand new. It doesn't even look like anyone read it. There's like no spine damage. It looked like somebody bought it and just put it on their shelf and never read it. What's crazy though is they had some other literary fiction, and then there was an ACOTAR copy. My Italian Summer, maybe. If I can find the cover, I'll post it. The synopsis didn't seem interesting enough for me to read, but whoever goes there, I tried to like prop them up because they were in the corner. Nobody would have seen them, but if somebody looked at the door the way I propped them up, like people would have seen them, because ACOTAR, especially among like people my age, pop it, and that maybe they'll find some other books in there too. Also got The Wager by David Grann. I've heard really good things about it. I'm not like a super big nautical reader, you know, I don't read things about ships and things like that too often, but it seemed funny. It's a tale of shipwreck, mutiny, and murder. Like, that had me tee-heeing at the library. I'm curious to see what this one is about. If not, I think I could find someone that would like it, whether that be like my mom's free little library. It just seems interesting. Every now and then I'm in those moods where I just want something completely different, and it's really nice to have those options, especially for when the mood arises. But these 2 books I got for $3. You wanna know what this retails for? $16. You wanna know what this one retails for? US? $30. $30. Please excuse my cat. Yeah, you can't beat it. I could have gotten some more books, but I always like to save a couple bucks, because you never know when you're gonna find a book you really want, especially in there. I didn't even need to spend this, but I've been wanting to read Emily Henry. I have Happy Place that I got from my mom. I'm gonna read that so I can give it back to her, but I've heard Beach Read is also a really good one. If I'm being honest, I've yet to see anyone eat an Emily Henry book from like my YouTube, because I'm not really on like Book Talk or anything like that, but I am on BookTube, and the girlies love Emily Henry. Everybody loves Emily Henry. I've yet to read a book from her. I don't know what I'm doing. I've just been slacking. There's certain authors that I know that are pretty popular that if I see their book in public or for super cheap at a thrift store or something, like I'll get it even though I might not have read them or plan to read it immediately. So pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to cut up a melon for my grandpa. He went to the farmer's market yesterday and kind of went crazy on some peaches and cantaloupe. I'm gonna cut up the cantaloupe and do some chores. I need to start the dishwasher, kitchen things, and then I'm gonna read as well later this afternoon. It's been kind of hard for me to give like book updates because I'm having a hard time finding words to describe My Grandma Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman, because it's in the mind of a 7-year-old, but a very intelligent and like aware 7-year-old, but a lot of talk about this imaginative place that her and her grandma used to go to, so it can be kind of tricky to put into words, but I will try my best. When I read a little bit more, I'll give you guys an update there. But $3. Check out your local libraries, y'all, because they got some heat.